also heard 444 might be Liu Dongbing's number. I'll have to check up on that. I'm not sure about that.
All right.
Okay, so let's take a gathering breath. Bring the energies down. And we're going to go ahead and just do pancreas stomach a few times, and then I'll show you where it fits in the set. Just gather the energies back up. Again, feel your inside promoters. Feel your life gate. Go to the dantian. Okay, open your palms up like this. Go ahead and put your thumb in here, between your fingers, and close them. Make like a fist. There you go. So now, bring in front of you, and make a good connection between your thumbs. There you go. Feel your thumbs, because the thumbs are the activators. They activate the points. And this is like the lung, right? This is the lung energy, compassion. So the lungs activate other organs. So that's why we use the thumbs. So make a connection with your life gate. Like make that triangle. Go to the life gate. Come to the dantian point. Okay, we're gonna come up, get back up to the pancreas height. Pancreas, stomach. So this is pancreas and stomach. So feel your pancreas and stomach right here. And it's like, I believe it's the stomach, then your wisdom gate, and then the pancreas. The wisdom gate sits between them. So there's a correlation between these energies. And then your solar plexus chakra is kind of behind all of them, like one center. Feel the pancreas energy. So right now, also feel your big toe. So the pancreas point is like right here. So it goes from here to this point, and what it does is it runs up right here, comes up, comes around like this, comes like boop 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 up and around, makes it kind of like a circle, comes up the chin, up to the chin, right? Then when we're going to go down the stomach points start here, right, on your face, right? Can you see, Mike? Okay. And the stomach points are going to go down. So the stomach is the one channel can never be reversed, always down. It comes down right in front of your thighs, into the knees, like right about here at the point. It's going to come down, and it's going to come out your second and third toe. And then it's going to enter back to your big toe, like on the side here. And it's going to come up right about here, both sides. It makes like a little zag. It's going to come up. So this one I might have to get a picture for you. Maybe I can take a photo of the meridian point in my book, send it, because this one, it's incorrect. So if you go, this is the big change. This is Dr. Sun's fame. Or not, he's not really famous, he's infamous, because the acupuncturists don't like him for it. Dr. Sun's discovery was when he was a kid, he could see this channel, and he asked his uncle. The uncle said, doesn't matter, just practice. So what it is, later on, he kept checking all the acupuncturist books, and they're wrong. So it took him a long time to find out that's because someone had switched the meridians. Triple burner was the reproductive and stomach, or excuse me, spleen and stomach were considered one unit originally. But Dr. Sun could see that that was incorrect, that its stomach pancreas is a unit. That's the pancreas channel, right, comes up, and then the stomach channel comes down. And that spleen was connected to the reproduction. So, and you know, because I can see some of that stuff too, feel inside my body, right? I could, you know, I was like, holy shit, he's right. You know, because when I checked some of the acupuncturists before I went back to train with them, and I kept getting confused because all the meridians look correct except for triple burner. I was like, that's not right. And I didn't know why at the time. But later on, when I went back to class, I found out, and I was like, oh my God, because I had seen that before I went back to class myself. I was like, but I was confused. I didn't know. I just thought I didn't know the meridians. I thought I was an idiot. So anyways.
What's the triple burner?
Triple burner is like the three dantians, but it's connected to the spleen. And originally they thought it was connected to the spleen and stomach. and also it shows it going like this out to your palms. So it's also called Pancreas meridian. So if you look up triple burner Pancreas meridian, it's not correct. It was switched. In other words, they split the meridian. They put stomach and spleen together, and then I don't even know what they did with pancreas. Pancreas might not even be considered part of the system. So that's the big thing. So the yellow or the gold color that you see, that's the pancreas energies, because you could see like a yellow color. So again, they changed that because if you have strong pancreas, you're gonna live your life for you. People cannot influence you if your pancreas is really strong. That's why also black magic, if you have really powerful pancreas, it's really hard for someone to do magic on you because it can repel that. Or like even like suggestion. So like when someone tries to convince you something that you know is not right, you can resist the suggestion because the pancreas energy won't let that energy, that information in. So that's why the pancreas is so important at a high level when you're dealing with spiritual stuff, because the love can help you, but it can also leave you vulnerable to unhealthy spiritual energies that you don't want, like dark magic and all that. So the pancreas, so the ancient days, you talk about like Lord of the Rings. So Gandalf had to have great pancreas energy and wisdom gate energy to fight Smaug, or not Smaug. It was the demon. Where the demon was. I
forget his name, but yeah.
But
Solomon.
No, that's the wizard. Saruman, yeah.
Yeah, but even against Saruman, so he had to have powerful pancreas.
Ooh, I like when we use the example of the characters.
Yeah. So it's like you need that strong pancreas energy. So that's the big change, and it caused a lot of acupuncture upset in Seattle. But eventually, the whole acupuncture school then followed Dr. Sun's training, and they're making the switch. And eventually, they're going to start putting manuals out in the acupuncture, in Seattle at least, the new wave, because a whole bunch of acupuncturists went and tested it, and they got better results.
Wow.
Even though they couldn't see the energy, they could see the results.
Yeah.
So even like the head of Bastyr University, she became Dr. Sun's student. And then they started changing the curriculum to make it what he was saying for the pancreas, stomach, spleen, reproductive.
Which was that the stomach is going down, and
Stomach always goes
the
down.
other one is going up.
And you always want to make sure when we go down, we want to make sure we go down, never up, and then we're going to release out this toe. Release out.
Okay.
A middle finger.
Yeah, because here this energy has to always go down. Almost all the meridians can be reversed except for this one, because it can cause blindness. Also, what I told you about doing the Muay Thai, because when we go out, we're gonna exhale other people's energies. When they get stuck in our stomach lines. That's why we get sick. So you don't like someone, or someone doesn't like you, you start to feel nauseous a little bit. Right? Like when that guy was doing his thing, I could feel my pancreas reacting to it, didn't like it. So that's his energy, right? In other words, it was coming into my system. So the thing is, we want to get rid of that. So that's why I say when you do the Muay Thai, when you do those leg kicks, you're actually hitting this part. That's expelling it out. So like that. So we can pat our stomach, like at the end we'll do this, right? And we want to go down like this and get rid of those people's energy. Actually, let's just do that right now, just as a warm-up. Let's go ahead so we can start fresh. We'll go to the other side. Okay, come down. Really get your knees.
Ooh, my knee is still hurting from
Feel your knees, that's other people's energy. I think
the fall.
too, if you're still doing your job, this would be really helpful. Yeah, and this is going to be very helpful for when you work with people with the breath work, just so because you're providing a service, but you're trying still not to let all their information come into your system, right?
Yeah, this is huge, the pancreas.
Yeah. So it won't affect your sensitivity. In other words, you still have your awareness, but the thing is, we want to have awareness but not sensitivity. So that's a great example too. I had to remind myself, I could feel that guy's energy. And normally those people don't really bother me, but because I was open and I was doing the heart, my sensitivity was higher.
Babe, look at that crew of dogs real quick.
I know. But I don't want sensitivity, right?
Yeah.
I want awareness.
7 dogs.
So I want to be able to see you clearly, but not feel sensitive or sick or nauseous myself. So that can be helpful for the work too. Okay, so this is like the secret
Okay.
tech. This is secret tech, right?
Tech?
Technique, like secret
Tech.
technique.
Tech.
Traditionally, if I taught a class as a level 1, they're not going to get this exercise unless I was doing level 1, 2, 3. But because of the situation today, and I thought they did a Gmail, I'm going to go ahead and teach it, you know. And hopefully the higher ups are okay with me. I felt like they were saying it was okay. So I'll find out later. So secondary component is this set now that I'm kind of sharing with you guys. So here's the caveat. I'm sorry, I totally like talked over the thing. So
That's
I'm
all
not
right.
gonna say. The thing is, you can't. How do I put this? It's not about limiting you guys, but this one, the way this set is going to be done, this is for like kind of like you guys. You can't share it, right? In other words, like you can't teach it, you can't share it. This is like your specific training, and even like people who do the E-Rin community, they don't know this set, right? Because Dr. said they teach this set this way, right? So I kind of got the information through the higher ups. You know what I'm saying?
Just you.
A few people know this set that I shared it with because I got the download that it was okay. But so the thing is just so that you don't get in trouble with the higher ups. So that's the key here. Like this is your personal practice. So you want to make sure that you still stay safe and are okay with the higher ups because the 8 immortals are wisdom gate pancreas masters as well as the chon, right? So they all have the heart energy too, but more importantly, what makes them unique is their pancreas wisdom gate masters. So when you do this set, and you do it for a long time, you become like the immortals in some way over time, right? Because your energy signature will be like theirs, right? So you could have visitations at a certain point, like they might show up to check you out, so or offer guidance or insight, and it could be a year. It could be like they show up for 10 minutes, check you out, and then you don't hear from them again for like 3 years. It could be if you do this practice, let's say, pretty well. 5 years from now, suddenly someone's in your room and you're like, who is that? Because you might have reached the level where now they'll show up. So this part of is everything I'm talking about. This is a real thing. Like I could see 2 people's outlines behind Dr. Sun. They never let me see them. I wasn't high enough level to actually see them, but I could see their energetic outlines. Some other people I can see, but these 2 guys I couldn't see, which tells me I have a lot further to go. So just to tell you, like, don't be scared if you feel a presence. It could just be, try to key into the signature, see what it feels like. See if your wisdom gate, one of the ways you can tell, your pancreas or wisdom gate might turn on. Like if you're in the room, you're like, holy shit, someone's here. And you start feeling this vibrating, that means one of the immortals showed up. They're checking you out or they're helping you out. So that's why, like, we want to make sure that we're still respectful to their practice. And again, this was like, I'm not sure how they feel because I haven't had a chance to really talk to them. In ancient times, this was like really not given out to the populace. It was kept hidden. I'm not exactly sure why, but so I just want to make sure I honor. So I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also talking to them, saying, hey, I know as I teach these guys, I'm gonna make sure that they know, and then I'll butt out. It's up to you. If they fuck up, you guys handle it.
Thanks, Hobbs.
if they piss you off, you guys handle it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would, because part of the pancreas is about modesty, humbleness, appropriateness, healthy boundaries. So twofold.
Modesty, humbleness, appropriateness, healthy boundaries.
It will help you be with other people, but also more importantly, it'll help you know when someone's trying to violate your healthiness, your healthy boundaries. So that'll be good for clients if you feel like someone's trying to do something, right? That'll be good for work. Or, hey, you've been hanging out with James Franco. You might just be like, Franco, no thank you today, right? Or you might say, hey, that's fine. I mean, I'm just not that Franco, but you have something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have such powerful energy.
Example. Oh yeah.
So maybe you'd be like, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm okay
Respecting
saying-
the boundaries.
Yeah. So that's kind of what that's about.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Oh, I'm so thankful for this achieve invitation.
Like Franco. Sorry, I'm just not into this today. You know, like,
Bingo, yeah. But you could still, but the thing is, with the Pancreas having a healthy boundary, you could actually still admire all his good qualities.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? That's the huge difference. And the Pancreas is what helped me deal with a lot of the interesting personalities that Daniel would bring over. If I didn't have my Pancreas energy, some of those people I would not want to be like have at my house. So that's what enabled me to deal with it. Water. So the Pancreas is actually very wonderful. Lao Tzu, the famous Taoist philosopher.
Salsa.
Lao Tzu. He's you might want to just reset that. So Lao Tzu was over 2,000 years ago. So Lao Tzu, he wrote the Tao Te Ching. So he's like the famous old man with the white beard.
Oh, yeah.
He's like before Jesus, right? So Lao Tzu was a wisdom gate Pancreas master.
Okay.
So that's where some of his philosophy actually comes from. And he's a super, super high level, like, Pancreas wisdom gate master. Like, way up there, cultivated deeply, like, probably for 40, 50 years.
Wow.
So he's a pretty amazing master. So he's not really accredited. If you go and look up Lao Tzu, nobody knows what he really practiced. They have his philosophy, but as far as like his qigong or his meditation practices, it's sort of been quote unquote lost. So there's people who attribute things to Lao Tzu, but they don't talk about that because they don't know that he was because whatever he practiced was lost. But he is a Pancreas wisdom gate master also. So, and he predates the 8 Immortals.
Oh wow.
So
He predates?
he predates. He's older.
What's predates? Oh, he
comes
comes
He comes before
before.
the 8
Yeah.
Immortals.
Like BC before Christ.
Yeah, so he's pretty old. He's Lao Tzu. And he has a great philosophy. If you ever look at some of the stuff pretty interesting. Although I read some stuff saying that some things are true to him weren't really him. They came later and they catch it on.
Yeah.
But he was a great philosopher too. He has wonderful Pancreas wisdom gate energy. Right?
Okay.
So so that's how you know. So one thing too about this energy, it will really, really allow you to be